From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Thursday, May 8th, 2025.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Westland fire officials are investigating a violent natural gas explosion this week that blew apart a small, unoccupied house Monday night, sending a loud boom and shockwaves throughout the neighborhood. It was the latest Metro Detroit gas explosion in the past 2 months. The blast at the 800-square-foot home in the 3100 block of Calhoun Court went off just before 7 p.m., the chief said, adding no one was inside, and as a result, there were no injuries. Fire investigators were still sifting through the rubble Tuesday to try to determine how the explosion started, the chief said, but there was no doubt that the blast was caused by natural gas.
I'm Paul Egan reporting for the Detroit Free Press. Michigan's prison system is no place for the mentally ill, but prison officials estimate that 1/3 of state prisoners have some form of mental illness and 8 to 10% have severe mental health issues. Joel Carter of Detroit, who was finally released from prison in November, was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis shortly before he went to prison at age 19 for a single sale of a small quantity of cocaine to an undercover officer back in 2002. Doctors who work for the corrections department said Carter's mental psychoses, including hallucinations and obsessive-compulsive behavior, were related to his MS. But instead of getting him proper treatment, prison officials wrote Carter hundreds of tickets for breaking prison rules. He was denied visits with his family, and he wasn't able to participate in prison programs needed to qualify for parole. Carter, now 43, only got released when he did because a federal judge connected him with Ann Arbor attorney Larry Margolis, who persuaded another judge to release him. Now, Carter is fighting to improve mental health treatment for those still inside.
For the Detroit Free Press, this is Georgia Kovanis. Stand with Trans, a Southeast Michigan nonprofit established to support transgender young people, is to celebrate its 10th anniversary at a gala on May 17th. The anniversary is a milestone its leader, Roz Keith, says is especially important to commemorate, considering the angst and upset members of the transgender community are experiencing as a result of President Donald Trump's anti-trans executive orders. Stand with Trans facilitates mental health counseling for transgender young people throughout Michigan. It offers virtual and in-person support groups for them and their families, and it acts as a national clearinghouse for information on transgender issues. For more information, go to freep.com.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.